Yeah, it was built about the turn of the century, maybe the late, like 1895, somewhere in there. Probably the oldest building next to the house that was tore down. At the time, it was very functional and, you know, did what it was supposed to do.
Yep. Century-old barn is coming down. There she goes. Let's go! We're going up. Iowa beautiful.
It's so cold up here, I had no idea.
We didn't get a lot of work done physically, but I think we did some major work in just kind of uncovering the history and the heritage that this barn has represented for so long.
I'm taking down a barn with Ezra. We're about halfway done with the first side of the siding. We finally hit our stride, so we'll go pretty quick from here on out.
What'd you say about the O-line?
O-line, we're workhorses.
Workhorses.
No doubt the O-line.
We're Clydesdales, baby. All right, we just put our first morning in, about 4 hours. Got there at 6 o'clock, leaving right around 10:45. In the first morning, we were able to get the boom lift going. We got one whole side of all the vertical siding, all taken off. Really successful morning. Really excited to see what we can do in the afternoon. I think we'll be able to get all the siding off in one day. So this barn's coming just like we planned. Can't wait to see what it looks like once it's just the bones. We're going up to take down the cupola. Cupola. COVID. Opia. Jacob, how you feeling, man?
I'm afraid of heights.
Oh, you are? I couldn't tell. All right, we're up here, and right now we are just taking off the metal. As you can see, there's a lot of it, but man, this is beautiful. Iowa beautiful. All right, so right now we're trying to get down this hay pulley, not the old antique one, but this one right here. And the way that we're doing it is we're climbing up the ladder with some bolt clippers, and we're clipping the wire that holds it to the antique pulley up top. Now, you may ask, well, how is it going to stay up there if we're clipping the supports from the top? Well, we're hoping that this nut here, attached to that pulley, will keep it up. So, we're gonna find out. All right, Jacob. So, what's that thing about the last shall be first?
The last to do something stupid is going to be the first to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Well, I guess we'll see how that pans out for you. Is that padding for you to fall on?
Fall a little bit.
If I'd have known about this, I'd have brought some scaffolding. About 2 hours away from home. Here you go, buddy. All right, we got Jacob up there. He's cutting the last strand. Come on, buddy. Did you get it? That is a booyah. That is a booyah. Let's go! Yes. Thank you, bolts. Thank you, rope. That is the only thing that's holding this up right now. Oh, most of all, thank you, Lord, for keeping us safe. Whew, that was intense. So, you said the turn of the century?
Yeah, it was built about the turn of the century. It was just a barn, really functional at the time. workhorses were over here. The 2 or 3 milking cows were in here. Feed cattle or cattle for market or for slaughter were out here. My great-grandpa built this barn.
Okay.
And then it's been in my great-grandpa bought it, my grandpa farmed it, my uncle farmed it, and now my son has farmed it. Oh, I used to play out here all the time when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
But I can vaguely remember my grandma coming out and milking the 2 milk cows. Yeah, it's got a lot of memories. But it was a very functional barn back in the day. I don't know.
Day 2 at the barn. It was only a half day because we got rained out in the morning. We were able to remove this hay track in which they would basically load up bales of hay and the track would move it across the barn. It was a really cool machine. We also got to talk to the owner's dad. Found out that this was a century farm, so this family's owned it for over a century, which is just unbelievable. I think we did some major work in just kind of uncovering the history and the heritage that this barn has represented for so long. All right, so it's day 3. We're out here back at the barn in the morning. Hopefully by the end of the day, we'll have all the siding gone. And fingers crossed, we'll have all of the floorboards removed from the inside. We got a lady coming to look at these tomorrow. So what we're gonna do is we're going to sort through this pile, pick up all the ones that we dropped down there, and we're gonna stack them and measure them as we go. She said it's for a fundraiser. I'm excited to hear what fundraiser she's wanting to sell these boards for. Hopefully we can help her out.
3 sides down, 1 to go.
Woo! All right, so we're up in the hayloft again, and Jacob behind me is going to climb that ladder, and we're gonna try to get that big old hayloft door pushed in. We cut a few of the nails, so we're gonna see how it goes. How's it feel? Pretty heavy. Can you climb that at all?
Climb this.
You cut it?
Yeah.
There it is.
All right. We believe we found a way to get that door down. We're gonna knock that beam at the bottom right there. And it should fall in.
It balances! All right, part 4. Jacob just came over and pushed it from the bottom. She's out. Anticlimactic. We still got a yeah! All right, we're in the truck. We just got done. Worked till nightfall. It was a really good day. We got 2 sides off the barn. We're gonna get the 3rd side off tomorrow. Or the 4th side off tomorrow. And then we'll start working on the floorboards.
It was a good day, busy day, hard work, baby.
Yeah. All right, it is the morning of day 4. Jacob's gonna finish removing the siding on this side of the barn, and then I'm going to start by removing all the hay that's up here, throwing it down to the basement, and then I'm gonna start pulling up the floorboards. Hopefully we can drop it late afternoon. If not, we're gonna have to drop it early morning tomorrow.
Alright, so as Ezra said earlier, we split up today. I got the job of doing the siding. That little section has produced a lot of flooring.
All right, so I'm still in the hayloft, still working on some of these floorboards. Got some good news. Elias, my business partner, he's gonna be joining us tomorrow to bring this sucker down.
We tried to cut the legs off that and try to bring it down. Didn't really work. The thing crumbled. So that means it was rotten anyway, so.
Yeah, we try to save it for the owners. Unfortunately, some of this wood has been exposed so long that you touch it and it just falls down and almost kills you.
Almost kills you for sure.
You know, one of those everyday occurrences.
Oh my.
All right, we've got the barn hooked up. It's a few chains and we're gonna pull it over in a couple minutes. We're just waiting on the photographer. Elias is here, so that's exciting.
It's not live, is it?
This is not alive, no. I thought you meant like alive. I was
No, like alive.
thinking Transformers or something.
Find all sorts of treasures in the barn. Bah humbug.
All right, one last look at the beauty. It's time to pull it down, so we're gonna see what happens. You're almost there! Go on a little bit of an adventure to find a few more chains. Thankfully, anytime you run out of something when you're taking down a barn, most likely the old farm will have it, so that's a huge blessing. She goes. All right, we got another barn down. Feels good.
It does.
Hard
part starts out.
Yeah, I was telling Elias earlier, it kind of feels like Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Like, you know, you get that ending with Frodo and Sam getting saved by the eagles. And
You think that's it.
You think that's it. You think like, wow, they did it. They accomplished your journey. Yeah. And then it's a whole nother freaking hour of movie.
You gotta have Aragorn be king, Bilbo finish his book, Frodo start his,
Sam get married. Frodo sail away. After Frodo sails away, Sam walks by the house. It just never ends. And that's kind of like how this roof is going to be.
Yeah, it's good.
It's just never going to end. At least today.
Lots of false endings.
Yeah. Alright, so what's going on behind me? We're just clearing the way. The roof came down this morning to salvage what's good, and then we're going to pile up bad and burn it. Alright, so we're wrapping up the WAC Century family farm. Today's one of the last days. We ended up burning the roof and a lot of the material. We didn't save as much material as we wanted. Definitely learned a lot from this project that we're going to apply to our business going forward. Met some really great people, had some really unique and informative experiences. And I'm excited for how this is really going to change the way we do things from here on out. Just so many lessons learned. So right now I'm sitting in the backhoe, just watching the fire kind of die down. We only got a couple days left here of cleaning up the yard and then packing up and heading back to Cedar Falls, Iowa. So, yep.